right, everyone, welcome back inside the Media Center here at the ShopRite LPGA Classic presented by Acer. I am pleased to be joined by the defending champion, Brooke Henderson. If you are on the Zoom call here, please just let me know in the chat function if you'd like to ask Brooke a couple questions. But without further ado, I want to take us back to last year in this moment. What were some of the emotions you had, going back a year ago to what this tournament was able to provide to you in your career?
Last year was such an exciting finish to go so low on Sunday and really climb the leaderboard, and that was so much fun. And then to get myself into a playoff, that was kind of the goal at the start of the day, is just to go as low as I could and see if I could have a chance to win. So to get into the playoff, I was really grateful and looking forward to it, and was able to make an eagle, which made it very exciting with all the fans, surrounding the green. And to get my 11th victory out on tour was very meaningful. And I think I've been coming here a long time. I love this event, and it has such a long list of incredible past champions, and so I was really excited to be able to add my name to that list.
We talked a little bit about it outside, just me and you, but you have such a connection to this area and this tournament. Just, can you, in your mind, when you think about your journey and your career, where does this tournament stand in that?
Yeah, this event, ShopRite, they've always been very good to me. They gave me a sponsor's invite back in 2015 when I was just a really young pro, and, that just meant so much to me to give me a start out on the LPGA Tour. And, so to win here last year, it really meant a lot. And I've made great friends here. Our whole family has. So it's been a great event to come back to year after year. And I look forward to teeing it up this year and hopefully have another solid three rounds.
I think one of my favorite memories was you had the trophy and you refused to let it go. You refused to let anyone carry it because you said, I don't want to let this one go. I remember it was quite a little bit that since you had won, when you did win here, what did it feel like to kind of have that? What was the relief like to get that 11th victory on tour?
Yeah, you work so hard to hold that trophy that you don't want to let it go. You don't want to keep it really close. Because you don't know when the next one is coming either. There's so much talent out here, and you need breaks to win, and you just need a lot of things to go your way. So when it does finally happen, it's a huge sense of relief, and it really just puts a huge smile on your face, and it makes you just want to keep doing it. So hopefully, I would love the opportunity to be in a good position Sunday and have a chance to hoist that trophy again.
Before I open up to the room, you already have a win on the books this year. You opened the season off with a splash. We're now into June and about to go into a summer swing of just an incredible amount of golf. What do you take away from the last couple of months as you prepare for what the summer has to bring?
Yeah, to get that win at the very start of the year was very exciting. It was the dream start to the 2023 season, and it's been a little bit up and down since, but this is kind of where the really big events start happening. We have 4 majors left, one in just 2 weeks from now. There's a long stretch of events, so I'm just hopefully gonna ride some momentum and shoot some low scores and see if I can put myself in contention, because I love competing in those final rounds and near the in the final groups and near the top of the leaderboard, and kind of fighting for every shot and trying to go low. So I'm really excited for what the rest of the season holds.
All right, I will start with Mike.
Hey, Brooke, you've had success defending at other tournaments, and it's not easy to defend. I think only one golfer has won back-to-back here in 30 years. What's the key to defending your title, you think?
It's really a lot of fun when you come into a venue that you're defending champion. There's just a higher sense of energy, and you see your face around on different posters and different pamphlets, and it's just really fun. And I think that energy is a good way to start the week, gets you in the right place. And obviously you have a good strategy of how to play the golf course, having won the previous year, so that's also a little bit of a confidence booster. But then you got to go out and you got to shoot low scores. So as I mentioned before, it's so talented out here, and it's very difficult to win, and I would say even harder to win back-to-back. But just try to lean into the strategy that we have, the energy that is provided returning here, and then just try to go out and go as low as you can.
How do you balance that good energy, which I guess with some of the distractions or demands that come on you when you're the defending champion? I guess you have to do stuff, you know, in the defending champion week that in another week you wouldn't have to, basically.
Yeah, definitely is a little bit extra. And, you know, most of the time you're trying to be really well balanced and kind of even keel, but I feel like in these types of weeks, that kind of high energy is a good way to start out. And as long as you can, you know, still get the proper amount of rest and practice in, having that high energy will hopefully provide a little more birdies and help you make a few more putts.
Thanks. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Once again, if there's any questions on the Zoom, please just let me know so I know to call on you. But just a few more from me. Again, coming back here, we've talked about your incredible success and why you love coming back to this tournament. What is it specifically you like most about returning to the Bay course?
It's a challenging course, and, you know, it really depends on the conditions. It can get very windy out here, and so you have to be a bit of a shot maker and stay patient when things aren't going perfectly, and then, you know, take advantages when the opportunities present themselves to make birdies or to make eagles. You know, there's a couple par fives that you can reach into, so it gives you a little bit of advantage there if you can capitalize on that. So I think, you know, just the challenge of it is really fun, and hopefully we can just go out. My team is here, my coach is here, and my sister, Caddy, of course, is here as well. So it's been fun working with them over the last few days and making sure that we have a perfect strategy, and, you know, hopefully I can execute.
What are some of those things that you are working on? Have you changed anything over even coming off of Mizuho as you look into this kind of event?
You know, I think just overall consistency and just trying to make small gains all the time, just trying to get a little bit better. It's, like I mentioned before, it's been a little bit up and down year, so, you know, just trying to make sure that I'm in the right place, you know, mentally, physically, and emotionally, and just trying to get a little better all the time.
And kind of last one for me before we wrap up here. We've got a lot of events coming up. We've got some amazing courses above us. We know we'll see you next week also at a place that you love so much. We'll be back in Jersey for KPMG. What are kind of the secrets to your success of, you know, staying not only in the moment, but just physically and mentally, just knowing that there's an onslaught of events awaiting you?
Yeah, it's a busy schedule starting now. I'm in the middle of a 5-week stretch for me before I take a break. So it's been fun, though. I feel like my game's improving, and I'm starting to get on a run and starting to get the game where I need it to be. And especially with those big events coming up the next few weeks, and Meyer, where I've won before as well, is always a really fun week for me to return to. So, you know, just trying to get the game rolling here, and hopefully we'll have a great rest of the summer.
Going from this kind of tournament where you're defending, you've done really well here, going to Meyer where you also have done very well. How does that lend itself, knowing that KPMG is on the horizon, to be going to these courses where you constantly feel maybe that you're improving in your game along the way?
Yeah, it definitely helps to come to places where you have great memories and you've had great results, including here in Meyer and KPMG for me. So these next 3 weeks are just a lot of fun. And as I mentioned before, it's kind of cool to see your picture around. It's just a little bit extra boost, and just try to keep the momentum going.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Brooke.